Hello, in this video, I'm going to show you how you can update your IRCC application. Very simple process, how you can upload a particular document that you have omitted when you submitted your application. I know you're probably fretting. You did your application for your study permit or your permanent residency or even your visitor visa. However, there's a single document, maybe a receipt or an evidence to support your application like birth certificate, marriage certificate. You omitted it and now you're panicking. I will show you how to use the IRCC web form. You fill in your details and then you attach your document and you click on upload and they will get it. So your application would not be processed without that particular document that you have updated to your IRCC form. Now, one thing you need to know is that once you fill this web form and you attach the omitted document or the omitted information, you're going to get an email to let you know that they have received it and it's going to be considered together with your application, provided you do it on time before you get a response from IRCC. So what does this mean for you? It means that, for example, you put together, you merged all your documents. I've created a merge video just in case you haven't seen it. I'm just going to tag the link for you up here and you can go and see how you can merge your document together. But sometimes you and I know that you merge documents and some documents cannot just be added because you've exhausted the 4 MB limit. So what do you do? In this case, if it's like 1 or 2 or 3 documents, you can put them together and use the web form to add them to your application. Yes, you can do that. That way, you get the excess documents or the extra documents added to your application and support your application in the review process. And trust me, it's going to be on your GCMS notes by the time your application has been concluded that this information was added at a certain date, at a certain time. So remember, if you're looking to study in Canada, in Ireland, in the US, in Australia, in the UK, or even in Germany, you can reach out to us to process your admission. In fact, we do not help anybody with visa process that wants to go and study abroad, whom have already gone to secure the admission themselves. If we do not secure the admission for you, I can assist you. So reach out to us on Instagram or 360 Travel and Tours, on TikTok or wherever. Look at the description of these videos on how you can reach us. And for this web form, I always put the description link for you in the video. So you can always click on it to redirect you and you see the process is extremely straightforward. So you do not need to fret or panic. Once you're done with it, you sleep well at night knowing that IRCC would consider your application holistically. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. So let us get right on to the process. So we are live on the IRCC website. What I've done is make it easy just to take you straight to where the web form is located. So as you can see on the browser, this particular link will be dropped on the description box. So you can just click it and it will redirect you to come to this particular dashboard. So let's quickly scroll through. It says ask about or update your application. What would you like to do? There are several options, just so you know. The first one is check your application status, which you can obviously do to find out what's happening with your application. Change or update your contact information. That's one change. Add, change or cancel a representative. Another one, add a document to your application. This is my favorite because this is what we've just spoken about in this video and how you can do it. But just so we can review all other options here, would hold on. The fourth one says ask for urgent processing for your permanent resident card. As you can see, it's not only study permit. Several applications, you can use this particular website to update your application. It's the same thing. Withdraw or cancel your application. Schedule or change the date or time of your appointment, interview or test. Others. So our concern is with adding a document to your application, which is the most common that I have seen. So we're going to click on it and then it redirects us. It says here, update or ask about your application, add documents to your application. Now you have to indicate who you are. Are you the principal applicant? Are you a representative applying on behalf of someone else? Or are you writing on behalf of the principal applicant? We know that this is usually the principal applicant, so we're just going to select it accordingly because you are the one who applied for whatever it is that you're going to Canada for, whether it's study or visit or maybe even permanent residency, and now you want to update your form. So we click on continue to form. Now we've selected principal applicant. It says tell us your first name and then indicate that accordingly. Ifechukwu, and then you put your surname, Eziefule. If you do not have a first name, you indicate in this box and select accordingly. Put your email. So let's just do this. It's a dummy email that doesn't work. So confirm your email address, ifechukwu@gmail.com. Date of birth, select a random year, and of course the year that you used in your application. Let's just do 2000 and do October 10th. Yeah. Then country of birth, Nigeria. You scroll down, it says what's your application number. So on your portal you would have an application number. Usually you notice that your application number starts with an S. So you then indicate it if it's study permit, and if it's a visitor visa it will start with a V. So those are the most common applications that I handle. I do not handle permanent residency application. So let's assume that you were applying for study permit S and maybe 987989008, as the case may be, and that's it there. Then what did you apply for? Temporary residence, obviously, and it will say what type of temporary residence. In this case, is study permit. If it was a visitor visa or visitor record, I'm just going to have to come there and change my application number to a V. All you need to do is to spot your application number, is log into your application. When you log into your application, you would see on the dashboard of your application on the IRCC website your application number and your UCI. Those are very critical to doing your web form. So we select it here, study permit. Your UCI usually starts with U and then 101212. So you know your UCI number. That's it. And then you go down, what country or territory were you living when you submitted your application? So we choose Nigeria in this case. What nationality is listed on your passport? Nigeria once more. And then we scroll down, indicates passport number A01234567A. And then what's your issuing country? Nigeria as well. How did you submit your application? I've submitted online, not on paper. I remember when we used to do paper submission, 2018, 2017, thereabout. Did we ask you for these documents to add it to your application? Obviously no. If they had asked you, IRCC would create a section where you can upload it on your platform. So we know that in this case they have not probably asked you for this document, you have exhausted your space, or you omitted the document and you want to let them know. So you say no, they didn't ask me. No, yes, I want to add this document to complete or support my application. So please explain. Let's say, okay, I had forgotten to add my birth certificate, which indicates my relationship to my sponsor, who happens to be my father. I wish to add the birth certificate in support of my application to further strengthen my relationship evidence to my sponsor. So that's that, and then we scroll down and then you select the document, choose file here. Once you choose file, you click on upload. It will give you the option on where to upload. You select whatever documents you want to upload, maybe this one, and then just click upload. And yeah, once you uploaded it, you click the disclaimer. So let's just maybe choose a random file here. I want to do something quickly, so we can choose a random file, maybe an image. Click it there. You click this. You click on review your request here. As you can see, this file has been uploaded. So click on review your request. Once you click on review your request, you scroll through everything that you filled once more. So yeah, that's it. So you click on review your request and then you submit, and voila, you're done. You'll get an automated email to the email that you had indicated that your web form has been uploaded. And that's all that has to do with updating your application. It's not so complicated. So if you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I will always be on the lookout as usual, and I always respond to everybody that comments respectfully on the comment section. Do not forget to like this video, share with somebody that you know that needs it urgently, and subscribe to this channel if you like the type of videos that I create. Of course, there will be more coming in time.